Lisa is an Ortsgemeinde, a municipality belonging to a Verbandsgemeinde, a kind of collective municipality, in the Bernkastel-Wittlich district in Rhineland-Palatinate, Germany. Geography. Location. Lisa belongs to the Verbandsgemeinde of Bernkastel-Wittlich, whose seat is in the like-named town. It lies on the Middle Moselle and is named after the river Liesebach, which empties into the Moselle west of Lisa. The village is shaped like an upside-down T, as many houses have been built below the vineyards along the Moselle's bank. The older part of the lower village exhibits tight terraced housing development with vineyards lying behind, owing to the intensive wine growing. Rising up over the village is the late Baroque St. Peter's Parish Church. History. Archaeological finds reveal that settlement history reaches back to Roman times. Witnessing this are the remnants of a Roman aqueduct on the Paulsberg above Lisa. Surface finds of Roman tiles and a Roman wine pressing facility unearthed in 2005 during roadworks at the river bank. This lay below the vineyards, some 500 meters east of the village, but after an emergency excavation, it was filled in again. In 817, the village had its first documentary mention as Lysura. According to documents from 1085 and 1165, a great part of the land in Lisa belonged, together with the church and its tithes, vineyards and crop fields, to the Abbey of St. Hubert, which was subordinate to the Prince-Bishopric of Liege. Alongside this, the Prince-Archbishop-Elector of Trier also had land holdings in Lisa about 1200. In 1575, the Abbey of St. Hubert sold its holdings to Prince-Archbishop-Elector of Trier Jacob III of Eltz. Further landholders were, among others, the collegiate foundations of St. Paul and St. Simeon in Trier, as well as Himrod Abbey. The villages earned their livelihood mainly from wine growing, and as tenants they had to pay tithes and other levies. Only at secularization under Napoleon did the winemakers become the vineyard owners. Lisa lay on the Imperial Road from Trier to Mainz and had at its disposal a ferry across the Moselle. Given this favorable location, a postal station was established in this unfortified village in the early 16th century on the Dutch postal route from Brussels by way of Augsburg to Innsbruck in Italy. This exposed location on the Imperial Road, however, also led to frequent plunderings in times of war. In 1693 and 1698, during Louis XIV's Wars of Conquest, pontoon bridges were set up across the Moselle to quicken troop transport across the river, until French revolutionary troops marched in 1794. Lisa belonged to the electorate of Trier in the High Court of Bernkastel, to which it even sent Schaffen. In 1798, while still under the Directoire, Bernkastel became the cantonal chef-lieu. In 1800, under Napoleon, the Mairie de Lisa came into being, to which also Keston, Marigny and Filsen and Wintrich belong. After the Battle of Leipzig, Filsen and Wintrich were assigned to the Burgermeisterei of Mulheim, while Wallin and Coos were assigned to the newly formed Burgermeisterei of Lisa. At the Congress of Vienna, the Rhineland, together with the former electorate of Trier and Lisa, became Prussian. Beginning in 1816, Lisa belonged to the district of Bernkastel in the Regierungsbezirk of Trier. In the latter half of the 19th century, Lisa flourished as the Puricelli family of industrialists built a villa in the west of the village between 1884 and 1887 after Baron Clemens von Schulmer married into the family. Towards the end of the 19th century, the villa was expanded into a schloss. The Kaiser, Wilhelm II, who was the Baron's friend, visited Lisa in 1906, 1911 and 1913. Beginning in 1883, Lisa was connected to the railway network by the Mara-Mosel Bahn, which was a branch line off the Koblenz-Trier line leading from Wittlich-Wengerau through Lisa to Bernkastel-Kues, and which existed until 1988. The building of the Moselle Bridge put a permanent end to ferry service on 9 April 1968. Since the turn of the 21st century, Lisa has had at its disposal a flood control dike on the site of the former railway embankment. Since administrative reform in the 1970s, the municipality of Lisa has belonged to the Verbandsgemeinde of Bernkastel-Kues. Politics. Municipal Council. The council is made up of 16 council members, who are elected by proportional representation at the municipal election held on 7 June 2009, and the honorary mayor as chairman. The 16 seats on council are shared among the three voters groups Stettler, F. Blieser and Zeltner. Coat of arms. The municipality's arms might be described thus: a pale argent, two keys in saltire gules, the wards to chief and turned outwards, the key bendwise sinister surmounting the other, and gules of vine palewise embowed to dexter towards chief and slipped in base, fructed of one bunch of grapes, all proper. In a point sable at post horn or the belt of sinister and the coil to chief. The keys on the dexter side stand for the two churches in Lisa, one for the old St. Paul's Church, which stands outside the village in the vineyards, and the other for St. Peter's Church, which stands in the village. The grapevine on the sinister side stands for the municipality's wine growing, which is historically witnessed all the way back to Roman times. The post horn in the point stands for the old postal estate in Lisa, which in the 16th and 17th centuries was used as a postal way station on the Dutch postal route run by the princely house of Thurn. Taxis from Brussels by way of Augsburg to Innsbruck in Italy. The arms have been borne since 1935. Culture and sightseeing. St. Peter's Parish Church built in 1782. St. Paul's Church with a built-in monk's cell on the Paulsberg. Schloss Lisa from the Grunderzeit. Old postal estate ensemble from the 16th to 18th century. Various old townsmen's and winemakers' houses. Local history and wine museum. Economy and infrastructure. Wine growing with roughly 180 hectares of vineyards. Lisa is one of the biggest wine growing centers on the Moselle. The best-known wine locations are Lisa Schlossberg, Lisa Niederberg-Helden, Lisa Sussenberg, Lisa Rosenley. The first-named location is part of the winemaking appellation Grosslage of Kurfürstlich, whereas the other three belong to the appellation of Beer and Ley. Tourism. Tourists who visit Lisa year after year are offered a broad array of hotels, private rooms and pensions. The visiting season stretches in the main from early April to late October. The tourism industry reaches its highest point in the autumn at the time of the grape harvest. Major yearly festivals of the Rundum den Lisa are Marktplatz Street Festival on the second weekend in September, the Parish Festival on May Day at St. Paul's Church, the Winevision Lisa at which winemakers present the last year's wine, the Peter and Paul Skirms and the Backfish Fest on the last weekend in September. Near Lisa, the Mosel Radweg from Trier to Koblenz meets the Mara-Mosel Radweg coming from Dorn. Famous people, sons and daughters of the town: Johannes von Lisa, friend and ally of Nikolaus von Kues; Matthias Glabis, from 1631 to 1647 abbot at Himrod Abbey; Karl Ferdinand Becker, philologist. Famous people associated with the municipality: Baron Clemens von Scholmer Lisa, from 1910 to 1917 agriculture minister under Kaiser Wilhelm II.